welcome to Education 2.0 conference. I'm Sreyoshi and I have with me Mr. Dharmic Meggi, who's the chair of board, examinations UCAS and post 16 careers lead, Wembley Schools Federation, Avanti House Secondary School. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Education 2.0 conference. Can you just introduce yourself and the organization?
Hi, yeah. My name's Dharmic. Currently, as you've said, Wembley Schools Federation, the chair of Wembley Schools Federation, and the examinations UCAS Post-16 Careers Lead at Avanti Schools Trust. Also working on different projects within the Schools Trust. Been working in education and across primary and secondary schools for the last couple of years, supporting schools, strategic views, and overall, yeah.
Wow. What motivated you to get started with chairing roles at primary schools?
Oh, it's a good
How did it
question.
all start?
I think as I went on to university and started experiencing that, I like the idea of being in the classroom.
Wow.
And having that impact. I used to teach martial arts when I started my education career, and having that impact with students on a one-to-one level and then growing scale, I realized how I was able to connect in education with students very quickly. When I started martial arts, I started with like 10, 15 kids, and that went quickly within a couple of months to 40 students. So I realized that actually students were responding quite well with young people. And that sort of motivated my educational career, and from there onwards, it just progressed.
Wow. And what keeps you inspired all the time? What inspires you?
I think
I believe you're balancing two roles, like
Yeah.
your secondary school career exams with chairing responsibilities
Yeah.
in primary school. So
I think, yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it's impact.
yeah.
Noticing the impact, but also knowing that your job on a day-to-day basis, and even if you take a bird's eye view, it's having a positive impact and it's delivering the change for good and putting the students at front, wherever it may be, whether it's short term or long term. And that impact is critical.
Wow. And what do you think are the biggest challenges that you face, young people in the Wembley House, and how do you address them?
I think in education at the moment, sort of taking a bird's eye, I think it's workload, capacity, retention, a lot of these things, and keeping staff happy. It is quite challenging. Keeping staff happy compared to previous years, and now that's quite different.
Yes.
Whereas maybe in the past it would have been about, you should feel satisfied with how the students are responding to you, your pay, all of this. Whereas now it's more of looking at the other benefits that teachers and staff can get. But also flexibility is a key thing. Well-being for a teacher now looks very different compared to the last couple of years, and responding to that is so key. But yeah, man, in terms of challenges in education right now, there could be a big picture. But I think it's about responding and adapting to the needs of staff. Keeping the staff happy will then deliver happiness to students, and keep the passion reignited in the classroom.
Yes, I think these are some really, really cool things, and we all need to follow that.
Yeah.
Also, we are at Education 2.0 conference in Dubai. How has it been? How has the networking, learning opportunities
Lovely,
been?
lovely experience. A lot of powerful ideas being shared. We're talking a lot about collaboration, working with one another. The impact of AI has been quite phenomenal. And looking at how other schools are approaching it, I think for me has been quite key.
Wow.
So a lot to take on board, a lot to learn, and just looking at how different people from different countries, we talk about Australia, America, Delhi, India, here as well, are adapting with this and picking that up and sharing those practices is quite significant and key. And that's been a key highlight of this conference. It's only day 2, with one more day to go, but there is still a lot more to
Yes.
capture.
Yes, and you've also received an award. So how does that recognition, acknowledgement feel like?
I think that's big. I think it's, for me, this is my 4th award. Been in different conferences in different countries as well now, but and yet to go to Hong Kong. But I think for me, it's a testament to the work we all do in education. And also recognizing that sometimes recognition doesn't need to be just in the workforce. It's going out there, meeting new people and sharing that. Just by being in the event for me is quite rewarding, because you can share your practice, and then through speaking to people, you're being acknowledged and rewarded for what you're sharing, what you have to offer, your experience, your knowledge. But yeah, the award is I think quite significant. It's allowing key educators to be acknowledged outside of their education, which can significantly boost and support, and also encourage staff that there are no limits or barriers. Just keep progressing, and you could be the next one called up.
Absolutely. And one piece of advice you would like to give to people like us who want to become multifaceted professional and successful leaders, what do we
I
have to
think
do?
I think find what inspires you. What can you see yourself doing? What's going to keep you happy? And what's your happiness like to you? I love being around students. I can't see myself in a profession without students and having that
Wow.
impact. So for me, it's all about being student-faced in areas. That might not be for everyone. So it's about thinking, what does that look like to you? What do you like? And then sort of breaking down. And some opportunities you can get offered is endless. I mean, on a regular basis now, I get called to different schools, talks, conferences, magazines, you name it. But then it's down to you. What are your priorities? What do you want to look at? And also, can you sustain it? Can you see yourself in this area for the next 5 years? And if it's not the case, then maybe it isn't for you. Allowing yourself to go beyond, and you'll have to put yourself outside your comfort zone.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think people have taken that advice, noted that down, and we are on our way.
Nice.
Thank you so much. But on that note, we would just like to have one last question. If people would like to reach out to you for future collaborations, partnerships, how would they?
I am more than happy to attend schools. I have been doing that, so happy to continue that. Please get in touch with us. My LinkedIn, quite popular. Just search my name on LinkedIn. You can get in touch. A lot of organizations and companies and schools reach out to me that way. So if you want to talk and connect, we can get in touch from there, and I can then communicate further.
Perfect. On that note, all the best,
Okay.
and thank you so much for joining us.
Nice.
On that note, we sign off. Thank you.
Thank you so much.